Even though they don't have any pensions, they still have to plan for retirement like everybody else. So that means basically they're going to be responsible for saving all of what they need for their retirement. And that seemed like an important group when you look around the world. And as I already said in a different context, be sure that you get the maximum benefits you can from what you have. In other words, get the most income in retirement for people that you can. And that's going to be a very good way. Remember I mentioned the 4 ways to improve your chances for a good retirement. One of them was work longer. Okay, now not everybody wants to, but it's a choice. And reality is that that choice can't be relied on often. A lot of people don't work longer because no one wants to hire them. You know what I mean? In other words, some people retire because they are not able to continue in another job. So the idea here is take advantage of this enormous resource, particularly as people are living longer. Some of the people in the audience here may live well over 100. So that's a resource that we should use. At the same time, so give people a choice that if they want to work longer, that they can reliably do so, assuming they have the physical and other possibilities. Because then they can build it into their plan. It's like they're building up a retirement in their accumulations. You see what I mean? And we also know, I'm not going to go any further in this, but I wanted to point out that it's not necessarily the best for people's health who have worked for decades and they wake up one day and they're not working. So it's also a way to phase into it. But the key is it's choice, not required. And how do we use that to improve the output of the GDP and all those things for our economy? We pick kinds of jobs for which seniors actually have a competitive and comparative advantage. Maybe they're less frazzled or, and so they might be very good looking after little children. They can't run around after big people because there's some limits. Many of them have already been parents, so they get a second shot at doing it right. The key is that these are real jobs. They're not make work just a way to give people money. But they really are jobs that are for them, where they can do better. And remember, they are not trying to build a career the way people in an earlier stage are. And so you want to have jobs that don't have to spend years training and all that. But I think it's really important, and I think it's well doable.